Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I'm so happy to be back with you with Pink and Main. Tonight, we are going to have fun making some decor. We're going to do two different versions. We're going to make a Thanksgiving and a Christmas themed garland. And I think it's going to be super cute. So I do see people checking in already, which makes my heart so happy. I saw Virginia, Peggy's here, Miss Jody's here. Let's see, Annette. Lori's here. Miss Darla's checking in from Indiana. Susan, Judy's here. Maria, Karen, Jackie Ann. Thank you guys so much for hopping over. I see Margaret's here too, so that's good. Yeah, so I have a ton of supplies gathered. I have some different sparkly things for us to play with. We'll do some glittering. We'll do some um, foiling. That's the word, foiling. But I just thought it would be fun to change it up a little bit and make something that wasn't a card. I know when I had talked last week about the emboss and cut folders, some people were like very excited and wanted to see more of them. And we made ornaments with the ornament set last year. And so that kind of inspired me to make these garlands tonight. I just thought it would be fun. And this would also be a really fun one to do with kids, grandkids, probably even teenagers if they're crafty. So you could pre-cut everything and they can just decorate or color or glitter or whatever, or they could do the whole process depending on, what age group we're talking about. But I think it would be super fun. I think it'd be a good one. I definitely want to do something like this with my girls for sure and just give them like glue sticks and glitter and let them go crazy. I'll regret it afterwards, but in the moment, it'll be really fun. Uh, so I also saw Barbara checking in, Melissa, Polly's here. Robin said she's here. She's new. Welcome. I'm so glad that you found us. Let's see. My dad's here. Mom's here. Raquel's checking in. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and switch over. Hey, Connie. Oh, hold on, really quick. I'm still not fully devoted to Christmas yet, but in honor of Red Cup Day at Starbucks, I do have on my new crazy Christmas coffee earrings. Because every year I accidentally, for real, accidentally order coffee from Starbucks on Red Cup Day, where they give out free red cups, and I never remember that it's that day. And I always end up having to wait like 40 minutes for my coffee. But I get the red cup, whether I want it or not. Okay, so I started prepping. I ran my leaf, um, fall leaves emboss and cut folder through with wildflower cardstock and some street light cardstock. We're going to do one more round of street light. Yeah, Peggy said, yay for Red Cup Day. Um, it is a yay. It's just more of a yay when you know what you're getting yourself into. All right. So running my embossing folder through my die cut machine. These pop out easy peasy. Okay, and I'm just going to start collecting them up. I also have some construction cardstock and one more square of wildflower. So we're going to, and you can see this, the folders are 6x6, but your paper doesn't have to be 6x6. It can be a little smaller. But yeah, you could just get so much. You can see even from that high up, right? All that detail that you get. So pretty. So I thought about doing like the brownstone or pebble cardstock too, but I thought that I wanted this to stay a little more like cheerful fall. But if you like more of a neutral or your color scheme in your house or wherever these are going. Um, I want to put mine up around my mantle, or we also have some bookshelves that these could go on and be really cute. I also think if you're going to do them with kids, having them or letting them put them up in their rooms would be so cute. Probably a little more for the Christmas than the Thanksgiving, but I mean, if kids are off school, grandkids, nieces, nephews, cousins, whoever they are to you, off school that week, our school's closed the whole week of Thanksgiving, which is BS. Because when I was in school, we only had off Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, whatever. But so we're always looking for activities that they can do that week because the last thing I want to do is be taking them out. Um, right, we know the malls get crazy. Probably not now as much as it was when like I was little, but I was right after the like Cabbage Patch. I was right in the middle of the like Tickle Me Elmo phase, but I remember seeing that on the news. So people going crazy on Black Friday. But we try really hard to just stay in the house. I'm very pro Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. All right, so that's construction. And I had a little bit left over. Make this work for any of these. Yeah, we could do two more of those bottom ones. And the reason I'm trying to have some extras is I think I'm going to end up doubling them up. So that way you don't see the glue. Just because sometimes with garland, they twist and they move and you don't know exactly how they're going to lay. And I was going to prep all of these, but not only did I run out of time, I felt like to me, in my brain, it still feels kind of like cheating, part of the process. You guys know I love sharing the process with you. I did bring a bigger trash bin over for all these bigger pieces. Um, let's see. Oh, Judy said the hurricanes messed up their school schedules. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, technically Monday and Tuesday are like in-service days for teachers because they have parent-teacher conferences those days if you sign up for one. Oh, the other thing before I forget that I wanted to mention is if you want to add word, like spell out a word, um, this is the alphabet set that I have from Pink and Mean. I'm pretty sure there's more than just this one. And we know in the world of crafting, there's a million. So if you have letters, these ones are balloons, so they didn't quite fit my vibe. But if you have dies or stamps for letters, you could easily pop, right, like a little letter onto the leaf and have it spell out thanks or gratitude or whatever. So keep that in mind too. I think that would be a very cute way to add some pizzazz to these, or even like spell someone's name, right? If it was for somebody's bedroom, or you know, you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my link. You can zoom back out. Hey, Lisa. Oh my gosh, Brennan finally gets a day of not having a APUS history quiz. I feel like they just quiz you every single Friday. Did you get like 2 quizzes earlier this week? Is that the only reason they let you have a Friday off? If I put the on switch, the Minx do have a little off and on switch back here. So you gotta make sure that's on. And then you can warm it up. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm warming this up really early. We don't need it yet. I just didn't want to forget. But options wise, right? I think I'm decided, even though I didn't want to do Pebble cardstock, I think I like the Pebble twine. I also grabbed the construction twine. but I think I'm leaning pebble because I think it gives a little bit of contrast, which is nice. And then to add some sparkle to these, I grabbed the bronze foil that you guys know I love, and I also grabbed my pumpkin spice super fine glitter. I didn't put all of these glitters the um, in the description in the links because I didn't decide I was going to do multiple until it was too late. I always start off thinking I'm going to keep it really simple and easy, and then instead I go a little extra. I know you're shocked. I was like, well, I'll just do just foil on these and just one glitter on Christmas, and now that seems like not nearly enough. So I'm just going to start sorting these by size and color because I need to make sure that I have a front and a back for each one. So like those are extra, but that's fine. They'll definitely get used even if it's not tonight. And then that's an extra. All right, so we'll probably mix them up a little bit, right? Well, you're extra too, and you're opposite extras, aren't you? That was very silly of me. That's okay. Maybe we can like double up a couple of them. So I'm just trying to figure out my color pattern and shapes, right? I don't want two shapes next to each other. Okay. Because if I switch these and the colors are wrong, and if I switch these are still next to each other, that doesn't solve my problem. How about that? That fixes it, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be the order on our thing. So we're only going to need one of each of these for our sparkleification. It's not just glitter, we're doing a little foil. All right, and I think I want like every other. So I think that means that all the oranges are going to get the foil because I think the foil will pop really pretty on that dark orange where I mean, I think it's going to be pretty either way, but I'm leaving these in proper order so that I don't get mixed up, by the way. My top row is staying the way it is. All I see is memory. Oh, she gave us extra day to do notes. Well, there you go. Okay, the way we're going to do our foil and our glitter, I grabbed the Quickie glue pen and the glaze pen. I forgot to put the glaze pen in the description. If you just type in pen, P-E-N, on Pink and Main's site, you'll get both of these like come up right away in the top like row. So the Quickie glue pen I'm going to use for the glitter, and we're going to try the glaze for our foil because I have tried it, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And then for our glitter, I also grabbed some little cupcake liners because that's going to help me hopefully make less of a mess. No promises. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to flip these. So instead of having the leaf veins like pressed in, I'm going to have them sticking up. So then I can add the glue to those lines. I think that's what I'm going for. I'm not going to worry about the little like stem part, I don't think. This middle section is pretty big too. You could probably do this with your actual glue. I'm going to do it in sections because I don't want it to completely dry. I need a little brush. Let's bring in a brush. And you could also just do the center and not worry about the other little ribs, right? That's still going to give a really pretty um, like sparkle. I just know I'm going to want to add it to most of these other ones. So I'm worried if I leave it out of just like one shape, it'll look weird. But you don't have to be super precise. I'm not particularly taking my time. We're just running this glue pen right over those little veins, and we're just going to do one side, tap it into our little cupcake. Then we'll do the other, and then once it's dry, we'll brush it and make sure we get any loose glitter off. We want to let it dry first. There's not a lot of glue that comes out with these pens, but it's enough that it will shift around. She says from recent experience, so just trust me. But these little glue pens are so good. And you can also do this in the well of the veining too. That's totally fine. Play around with it and see what you like. But you can see on these how much, come on, focus, how much extra glitter I have there that I'm just going to set it aside. And then once it's dry, we can just dust it right into our little bowl. Oh, I love that, Karen. Perfect. I see Denise checking in too. I see Libby's here. Miss Deanne is here. Sherry came here, jumped in. Perfect. Okay. Not trying to go super quiet on you. I just know I concentrate better when I'm not gabbing away. Ironic to feel that way and also be live, I know. And you know what? After this one, we're going to take a break to do our glaze because I think the glaze has to like dry down a little bit. I don't know. I might have made that up. Gosh, I just love this pumpkin spice cake so much. And that extra glitter is just sitting there because I was touching over it. The oils from your hands will make it pick up. We're starting to get into like holiday prep time. Is anybody doing anything cool this weekend? Crafty or otherwise? Mm, okay, let's see. Denise said she can't hear me on YouTube. Can anybody else hear me? I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Peggy, me too. I have a couple cards like I have to get done. Dad's making Christmas witch hats. Love that. We do a Christmas Halloween show every year at the haunt. So he's getting ready for that. I'm trying to figure out if I can sneak up there, either by myself or with the girls. We'll see. Okay, last one. Oh, I said we were going to go to glaze, and then I didn't. And well, we're already this far. Why not, right? We'll just keep going. And with the Quickie glue pen, the only other thing I want to tell you is it's kind of like a white gel pen, where if you press down too hard, none of that glue is going to come out. It's a roller ball. And because it's a different kind of substance, right? Like imagine it as a thicker ink. If you press down really hard, it's just going to jam up. So I'm trying to just kind of scribble and let the pen do the work for me. And that's why I like doing the size where everything's raised, because to me, it's easier to keep my pen where I want it. Hey, Becky. Yeah, Melissa says she's got 4 design team cards for this weekend. Yeah, I have definitely a couple. I want to start working on some of my sneak peek stuff for next week for Pink and Maine. And I have a couple other design team commitments to work on. My goal is to get enough done ahead of time that I can like not have to worry about doing any crafting unless I really want to during like Thanksgiving week. And I think I don't know if I told you guys, I'm gonna be live the Saturday after Black Friday, like the Saturday of Thanksgiving week, over here. Because I'm not going live on Thanksgiving, obviously. But I know the before week gets so hectic that I figured if people were traveling, that it would be fun to do a Saturday. So if you're gonna be like me, hanging out at home, avoiding the crowds, you can come hang out with me here. I dusted off all that extra. I don't even know if it's worth it to dump back in, but there we go. All right, let's let those finish drying. And I am going to add this glaze. So I have the black glaze pen. I'm pretty sure there's at least like one other color. I could be wrong. I had never used the glaze pen until we started foiling live together here. And someone had asked about foiling with it. So I ordered them so we could test it out, and I'm pretty sure I like signed my name or something and we foiled it. But I think we just did that and then we didn't really use it again. So you guys know we've also used our glossy gel to foil before. Um, if you let it dry down, you can use that. You just need something tacky. So you can also use double-sided tape. You can use tape runner. Anything that has a little bit of tack to it. And I guess the glaze in the glaze pen has a little bit of tack to it. I'm very curious to know who tested that out the first time. Like, do you think it's somebody who made it and was like, you know what? In our notes, it says this doesn't like fully, like part of what makes it shiny is that it's still a little teeny bit tacky. And somebody else was like, ooh, we should see if this foil will stick. Or do you think it was somebody at home who just like on a whim, like drew on their thing and then went to foil it with something else and realized that the foil also stuck? That's what I want to know. These are the questions I have. Oh, perfect. Hey, Misty. Yeah, so Jackie Ann said that Donna foiled with a ballpoint pen last night too. Yeah, the clear glaze, Peggy. Perfect. Thank you. Hi, Diane. And it looks like I miss Kendra popping in. I did see Becky checking in. Misty's here. Sorry, me trying to color these in is oh, I love that. Libby said using a glaze pen is a good way to fix black dots in your foiling. You guys know every once in a while when I forget to dust off my foilable that we have that problem. I can just picture you guys when I do that, like yelling from your houses at me, right? Like the person in a scary movie where you're like, no, look behind you. I just imagine I put my foilable and foil into the sleeve without dusting it. And you're like, Kaylin, no, what are you doing? You do this every time. Uh, Although I do think I've been better since we got the cute little like sprinkle brush for dusting things off. I like that. All right, so we're almost done. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the texture on these, putting it through the mink. I would assume it's still going to have some height, but it might flatten out a little because it's heat and pressure in the mink that makes the foil transfer. It's the combination. Right at one point, we played around with adding a shim. I do remember us trying that out for something. Okay, let's get our we're going in with the brown foil. Big enough for that one, so that's cool. We can use up a scrap. Misty's, Misty's just over there being like, put it on a card base. That's what Misty's yelling at me through her computer, her phone. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. Okay. That got a big crazy big on it. That one- I'm so used to just having the like little samples that Michelle gives that like I really feel like I'm never going to use up this bronze. Oh my goodness. It's like such a good investment. You can have it forever. Yeah, see Sherry will tell me. Sherry's yelling through her phone. Oh man, Brennan's out there not dusting foil either. See, I try to, I just forget. Okay, let's get our and I guess boil down, but I mean, at me not ready to about to this right now. I don't think it'll matter as much on these, but since we're talking about it, I might as well. So there's that guy. Now I'm too worried about everything shifting. Go for it. A dusty sticker, like a reminder sticker. See, the problem with me and like sticky notes or like stickers is after about 3 days of it being there, I stop acknowledging its existence. So like even like a daily reminder on like the front door, no, absolutely not. Will not acknowledge that it even exists ever again. So after 3 days, unless it changes somehow. All right, so we put pretty sides, right, in parentheses. We put pretty side of the foil down and pretty side or glazed side of our leaves down. And we're not doing foil for our Christmas version of this, by the way. We're just going to do glitter. Oh, Annette said she took out paper packs and she started cutting out card bases. That's so smart. I need to do that. Yes, Melissa, sneak peeks will be next week. I'm gonna let those cool down. It's looking promising. You can see, right? You can see a little bit of that pattern through the foil already. That's a good sign. All right, I guess while that cools down, I need to start figuring out the distance between these. And what I'll do is once they're done, I will like put them up tomorrow and take some cute pictures of them like, you know, in my house and post them. And I'll put them in my weekly like blog recap that we do on the Pink and Main blog on Saturday. You can see them there too. So I'll share them to like my stories on Instagram, and then I'll also share them uh, on the blog. You want to see how they look as a whole. All right, so I definitely want to leave maybe 8 inches at the end to start. So I have room to like tie it. So I'm just going to put a little black dot. And then I guess it would make sense to do the inch side, right? I think every 6 inches. I don't need it to be crazy, especially if we're going to go like bookshelf maybe. But that's the fun thing. You can make this whatever length you need. In my head, I don't have a hot chocolate bar like the internet people do, but in my head, the Christmas one would for sure go on a hot chocolate bar and be super cute. 8. So how many dots do I have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going in with a little water-based marker. I think I might have miscounted. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and commit. So we're going to go 8 inches off of this side ish trim. Let's pull these oils. Oh my goodness. Let's see if it's shiny. Right, there we go. It went solid, right? Not a single little black speck on there. So that is so pretty. I do love how it shows up against the, all right, so I was a little messier with this one. And you can see the black where it went off the edge. So I guess the raised part did make a difference. And so if you were going to do this, I would definitely not recommend coloring in the well. I would say definitely stick with the raised side. But what I am curious about, because we've done just like burnished um, foil before when we've been working on tape. We did that at one point. Yeah, so see, you can go in because it's sticky and not just the ink. You can go in, I mean, again, you risk kind of losing some of that texture, but you can go in with a bone folder and kind of just burnish over those little black areas, and it will pull that foil off, right? So you can maybe see little stripes of where I was able to kind of fill in some of those little gaps. So love that. And I'd assume that's the best way too to fix it. Like Libby was saying, if you're using it to fix some spots, you can just add a little glaze pen to your that already has the foil, whatever you're working on, and then just burnish it. That's it. Or take your time and don't worry about being live when you do it. And you won't have to worry about cleaning it up afterwards. Those ones did pretty good. Very cool. I like those a lot. Hey, Cindy. I'm glad to have you here. We definitely understand, man. Life's getting busier and busier. Okay, so I'm going to set out my twine with my little dots marked, and I have my super strong double-sided tape, and I still have my pattern up here. So my first guy is going to be this leaf. We're going to go right down the center. And this stuff is so strong. I really feel like one strip down the center is going to be fine. But if you're worried or you know that yours is going in like a high traffic place, smishing all the stuff, it, definitely consider adding more. We want it the same way. Because for this one, it doesn't matter. But for the other ones, we want them to line up. And we're just going to sandwich that twine right in between. Like that. All right, so Libby said, in case anybody can't see it on Facebook, Libby said, if you use the glaze pen to fix your foil spots, be careful to just put a little bit, because if you put too big of a dot, it'll smush out and it'll be super obvious, which happens even more if you try to fix it with the quickie glue pen. So we definitely recommend the glaze over the glue pen for that fix. Sounds like it's much safer. Um, but yeah, so just be super careful that you're adding a tiny little dot. Maybe do a practice scribble on another piece of paper first. And I think it's cool too that you could also play around kind of with the direction that these are on here. You could really kind of spin them and move them if you wanted to. Good, good. I wanted that on the floor. I did. Right, and you see this part goes pretty quick once we have our, since we already have our pattern and everything laid out and our little dots in place, we can pop this part together easy. It's that prep of your whatever your elements are going to be, and you don't have to add any sparkle. These could just be leaves, or like I said, you could color these. If you're doing them with family, you could each write like what you're grateful for on them and have them make a garland out of them at Thanksgiving. So much glitter, so much glitter, and there's still so much glitter on there. That's the funny part. All right, I think we get where this is going. Since you're not going to be able to see the whole thing anyway, I will finish this after. And then like I said, I'll take some pictures to share tomorrow on my Instagram stories, and I'll also put it in the blog on Saturday. So, but that is going to be all of the bits that go into our little fall garland, right? Very cute. Very cute. Oh, Melissa said me and Libby should do a co-live sometime, a side by side. I agree. I think that would be very fun to do a card making with Libby. I'm down, Libby. You let me know what you think. Oh, perfect. Cindy's working on her leaf garland too. All right, let's pop those back into my little cup and let's get Christmassy because we're on a little bit of a time budget. Okay, so I grabbed the snowflake dies. Sorry, not dies, emboss and cut. We're going to go in with stop sign and ice rink. And I seriously considered not doing stop sign and doing barbershop instead and doing like blue. I also think like purple night sky would be so pretty, or doing them all in white and ink blending the snowflakes would be beautiful because you could do like some ombre blends. That would be very nice. Pretty much anything we did to make our ornaments last year, because we did this. It's definitely my big shot. She's tired. Okay, let's pop them back in. It's so funny that that other one did come out fine. That's the nice thing though, is you can feel with these when they pop into place. Need a little trim to pop in there. Well, at least you guys saw how good the leaf ones came out. Okay. That's we're not going to be able to do a full. Let's put a square of these either way. Let's go for this guy because he got a little messed up. What can I shim? Let's just grab some extra trash cards. Well, not trash, you know what I mean, just extra. Trim it down. So, yes, don't worry. Melissa, Caitlin will be asking for a new die cut machine. As a matter of fact, I need to do some like different website shopping to check, but I got a thing today from Michael saying like everything that's regular price is 40% off the website, like everything as much as you want that's regular. So I was going to check there. I'd rather give my money. Okay. 2 pieces of cardstock apparently is too much of a share. I'd rather give my money to a card company, like you know what I mean. I'd rather shop at like something somebody like that. It's insane how one piece of paper can take it from not cutting to like a struggle. What was that? I didn't know I signed up for a freaking arm workout today. I might have just at this point used my embossing folder too much. I don't know. Is that a thing? She like worn out? Can you wear out? I mean, if I would have worn out an embossing folder, it's this one because I did all those ornaments with this one too. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna have to figure this out, but we're gonna keep going on our glittering journey because even if I have to finish it later, I still just want to show you how pretty these are gonna look. Yeah, Karen, I did the shim. And it's still, this one just doesn't want to cut well. But it didn't used to be like that. I've never had that happen before. Interesting. All right, well, I'll figure it out. Okay, well, my vision was white snowflakes and red snowflakes. And I wanted to play around with, at first, I was just going to do the silver bells. Um, and it's really pretty. It's like a holographic silver. But then as I was like grabbing other stuff, the twine lives under my loose glitters. And I remembered that I had Tinseltown, I had cracked glass, and I had the Stardust Chunky. You guys know how much I love the chunky glitters. So I thought I would play around with some of those, while we're here. A bubble envelope. Like run it through with a bubble envelope? Like instead of a plate, I don't have, I'm on the base and two plates. I'm using a big shot. So would you say take out one plate and do the bubble envelope? Oh yeah, Lisa, let me know if you like it. And then I saw up here, Missy said check out the Anna Griffin new one. Ooh, might find her old one at a deal. I like that. Love a deal. Oh, Kendra said she's got 5 different ones and the Empress is her favorite. All right. I know word on the street is that Libby knows a thing or two about a die cut machine as well. I don't have a magnetic base. I just have the big shot platform thing and then these two. That's all I've used for 5 years. I mean, I've changed my plastic plates, but I've only ever done the main big chunky plate with the flaps that it comes with, and then the 2 plastic. Oh, love it. People are loving the Scout. So I'm gonna have to check out Scout, maybe Anna Griffin, and Empress. Okay. Let's grab what I do with that quick glue. Well, see, the thing is with the chunky glitter, I'm thinking I might need to phone a friend and use some of my actual glue. Which means it won't be as easy to like do all the details, but it's going to hold on to that chunky glitter so much better. And I'm fine with it not covering the whole design. We're going in with cracked glass first because it's probably my favorite. Oh, Kendra said the magnetic base for Big Shot. I've been missing that this whole time. Was I supposed to have that this whole time? I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a magnetic base on a Big Shot. All right, it looks white because of the glue, but the glue is going to dry clear and it's going to just have this really fun, like iridescent, chunky, frosty glitter. It's going to be so pretty. Well, there you go, Libby. Polly said we need to do a live together too. Okay, so yeah, Shelly's having the same issue too. Shelly, I think um I think Sherry said that Michelle suggests adding a shim. So I think for whatever system of plates I'm using, I don't know if that is necessarily helping me, the shim, but definitely try it out with yours and see if it makes a difference. Michelle said that little bit of extra pressure should do the job. That was way more glue than I wanted. So we're just going to have some extra glitter. I know you're all shocked. Man, this stuff is so good. This is the Stardust chunky glitter, and it's like little circles, but they're so stinking pretty. Like I don't know if I can get it to catch the light right. There you go. It always looks better out of focus anyway. But the shine and little like disco ball kind of dimension you get with those little circles is so pretty. And again, that glue is white right now, but it's going to dry clear. I think the tinsel is just going to be too long. So the last one I'm going to do, we're going to put the silver bells because that was my original inspiration. For this one. And the silver bells is super fine, so you could definitely do the quickie glue with this one. Right, this is the same texture as the pumpkin spice. Just me fully glittering the underside of my nail. Right, and that's so pretty. So yeah, in my head, these and white also glittered snowflakes alternating on. I was gonna go stop sign twine, but also don't forget that we have holiday twine, right? So you could do three, right? You could do green, red, white, and do it, or even just green and red and do it with the holiday twine for your garland, or stick with all red and white. True candy cane vibes. What did I do with that brush? Because I'm not kidding when I tell you the entire inside of this nail is filled. Okay. But like, isn't that just so beautiful? Look at that sparkle. Oh, so pretty. Silver bells. All right. Well, that is gonna bring us to our hour. Um, so like I said, I will get these finished and play around with my stand situation. And I will share final results tomorrow on my stories and on the blog on Saturday with my recap. So make sure you check that out. But if you guys end up making any kind of decor stuff, whether it's a garland or anything else, I always want to see it. So make sure that you tag me, tag Pink and Main, DM it to me, whatever you want. I want to see it. Um, so yeah, thank you guys so much. Now I have so much to research for finding a new die cutting machine because my 5-year-old one over here is looking pretty tired today. And yeah, I hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing weekend. We'll be back here on Tuesday next week at 8:30 p.m. Eastern with sneak peek night number one. So get excited for that. Um, yeah, everybody stay safe, have fun this weekend, do some fun crafting, and I will check back in with you guys on Tuesday. Until next time, guys, happy crafting. And